Hi, my name's George.
I've not actually introduced the VOD yet, but you can introduce yourself if you want.
3 interesting facts about me are I love cycling. I've only got 1 ball and that's about it.
So you only got 3 interesting, two interesting things. And then Gregory, who we see all the time.
Hello.
And we're actually in Preston and we're on the way to Edinburgh train station. We've come from Warrington Banky. We're getting the train to Edinburgh and then we're cycling back and we're bringing you along. So we're just putting the bikes in here, which is proving more difficult than we thought. So I had to put these on. And then this is these two, trying to figure out how to put them on. Got some snacks for the journey. And yeah, I'm a bit cold already, so that's not good. And we're going to take a seat, chill out, get some pizza or something in Edinburgh and then leave at 4 o'clock in the morning. We have made it to Edinburgh. We're in the coziest little room, so I'll give you a little room tour. We've got me and Greg's here, Georgie up here, and that's it. Kind of like a ferry. So there's not much room, but we've been out for pizza. We are just getting into bed and it's 8:15 and we are getting up at 3:15 to leave for 4. And goodness knows how long it's going to take. Over 20 hours, do we think? Something like that.
I reckon so.
George reckons so.
I reckon that's
Optimistic. Yeah, well, it's not a race, is it? It's not a race. No.
I'm in a sprint.
It's an enjoyable day out.
100 metres.
Yeah. So having an early night now. We've bought some yogurt, some orange juice, and they do coffee downstairs for in the morning, and then we'll just set off and hope the weather gods are on our side. I can just imagine the faces he's pulling up there. Is he not? Right, that's cool. Right, bedtime then. Bedtime.
That's absolutely right, this house.
And we're off. Just set off and it's just gone 4 o'clock. I'm just videoing this on my phone because Greg's got my GoPro because he's better at handling it than me. So yeah, here we go as the journey starts. Just coming out of Edinburgh.
Hi, I'm George. This is my first mile.
Hi, I'm Kate and this is my first mile.
Wow, very jolly. Hi, I'm Greg and this is our first mile. Woohoo!
I just have visions of you escaping and then I'm just stuck on a dark canal on my own. 10 miles. 10 miles, 50 minutes. Cadbury Crunch Oats Raisin Bar.
Solid
George
pace.
is faffing around. So 24 hours at this rate. Do you want to just tell me how you're both feeling?
Revived.
George?
Apart from the shivering.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just gone 8.
Right.
Just gone 8 o'clock. What have we done so far?
37.
It's been quite hilly though, hasn't it? Yeah. So it's yeah, it's very cold.
We're 50 miles in. Kate's on her 3rd mechanical.
Yeah.
But still jelly.
I need poop.
Oh, Kate. You're cool.
Sorry. I don't, that's the problem. Right, tell me how you're feeling. We're 70 miles in, 6.5 hours. George?
I've been better.
Oh, that bad.
I was rough at first.
I feel like, yeah, I was rougher at this, like, yeah, I don't know. It's because you keep cycling to pass out, so hard. That'll do it.
15 mile downhill now, don't we?
Yeah, I just need a bit of food and
Yeah.
I feel better already.
Already, just smelling it. Grex, you're feeling alright. Exhaust. I've eaten about 3 nature barley bars, 2 Serenes, croissant for bread baguette, 2 pieces of toast, a can of Coke, 2 Cadbury brunch bars, and I'm drinking 100 grams of sugar with electrolytes in. We're fueling, we are fueling this ride. Sometimes you just need water. So, yeah, it's going good. It's going good. Give us a wave. Gretna Green. It's not all that it's cracked up to be. It's literally just a field building. Feeling good. I've been spraying DP on my knees and my back, so they feel good. Do have a bit of a cold coming. I've had that for a few days, but yeah, it's going well for me. I'm struggling less than the boys are. It's like the hare and the tortoise. No, yeah, you're the hares and I'm the tortoise. Gretna Green, famous blacksmith shop. Greg's just asked me to marry him in Gretna Green, but I said no. He's not the man for me.
Congratulations! Woo!
So now we're just trying to go down this main road down there, but the road's all closed and the only way around is 3 miles. So we've just come into this farm to say, like, do you have a footpath we can go across? Because we're 105 miles in. I'm feeling a bit sick, I'll be honest with you. I need like some proper food. George has just gone to ask whether we can go through the farmer's field, but yeah, I am feeling a little like I could do with like a Subway sandwich or something. The next stop is Penrith. Greg's dad's meeting us there and we will take restock as to whether we stay over in Penrith or we carry on into the evening. But it's anyone's guess right now. Wow, my freckles have really come out, haven't they? Blimey. I put sun cream on as well. I'm vlogging as well, Dave.
I've got good news for you all.
So Greg's dad's just come and he's giving us some crisps. We're still... Say hello. We're heading to Penrith still. We're still undecided as to whether to stop there and get the train back or stay overnight and come home tomorrow. But I mean, either way, it's my longest ride so far. I've only ever done 112 miles before and we're at 114. So it's a good day. The problem is we're not eating properly. It's like just snacks. So you keep going through like waves of feeling all right when you've just eaten something, but literally half an hour later you don't feel great again because you're not having a proper meal. But this is the road one. The heterochromia is now out in full force. The orange eye, freckles are also out. Yeah, we're in Penrith. I'm just going to get some chips with mushy peas, salt and vinegar, and try and get some water. And this will be the first proper meal of the day. So I have had just so much shite, squares, a Boost bar, just rubbish, and I just feel like I need a proper meal because all the time, like if a bar is say like 200 calories, like it's only lasting like 20 minutes or half an hour. So like I'm hoping like a big meal might feel a bit heavy at first, but it's gonna sort us out. And we've changed the route a little bit, so we're now actually, it's a little bit shorter. We're going down the A6, which should hopefully shorten it, and then we can get home. So I think the plan is to stick with it at the minute, much to George's detest, I think. Dad also said that he could come save us if required, which is fantastic, but luckily at the moment 2 AM ETA time. Leg warmers on top of shorts because the chafe is very, very real. Sexy!
My name's Greg and this is my 136th mile. It's been a bit of a dilemma.
Hi!
My name's George. It's also my 136th mile. 3 hours ago I was going to get a B&B in Penrith and here we are.
Caggy?
I'm only at 110.
Fucking turn around to put your chain.
George,
I've had a few
explicit.
but I feel generally okay.
Woo!
You can bleep that out.
We're gonna make it home.
Feeling good?
Yeah,
158th mile. Sun's going down behind us. What could you ask for?
Glorious.
We just come through Lancaster, and these two in front of me are very, very grumpy, so I'm keeping my distance.
180th mile. Still quite a few more to go in the dark. How are we feeling, Kate?
I'm feeling good. It's more like, I don't think it's like your legs or my brain. It's more like my stomach seems to be the limiting factor. But yeah.
That's one of the key things of an ultra event. First ever one. Woo!
Tell them where we're up to, please.
196 miles in, about 25, 26 home.
Yeah.
And it's midnight.
It's midnight. Oh well. Yeah.
Planning to be home by 2.
I mean, 22 hours. No, 23 hours since we woke up. I'm starting to recognise roads. Nearly on Charlie New Road, which means the Ironman course, which means we're not far from home. It's 10 to 1 in the morning and we've just made it into our village. Going to my mum and dad's soon.
My name's George, this is my 219.7th mile. And I feel a lot bloody better than I did for a lot of the ride.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to getting in bed.
Me too. Greg's?
It's 2 in the morning.
It is.
That's a long day.
Yes.
That's 22 hours.
Yeah, but we did it.
Silent celebrations. Cheers, Dave. Congratulations. You've been man of the match, Kate. You are.
Oh my god.
Stop that.
It's now Wednesday evening and it's been 2 days since we finished our own order. We've actually just been for a ride now, so we are back on the bikes. I am feeling fine, like legs wise fine. My throat feels a bit croaky. I think it's like all the fresh air when I was riding. It's like a little bit of hay fever. So we got back at 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Obviously, like, went to sleep, woke up at about 9 o'clock or something, and I did feel like quite hungover all day on Monday. I think it was just like fatigue and like just having not really eaten anything that was decent on Sunday. And then yeah, by Tuesday I had like a good sleep, woke up at probably like just gone 9, the benefit of working from home. And then we went for a run yesterday, which was Tuesday, just like 20 minutes, went for a swim, and then today been on back on the bike because the weather was too good not to. The learning curves, I think definitely one thing all 3 of us said was the food and the nutrition. We should have maybe thought about more, maybe stopped more for like proper food, and not like big meals, but you know, it's like a sandwich with a packet of crisps or something, as opposed to just relying on crisps and chocolate and things. Because the thing I struggled with the most was my stomach, as opposed to like, it wasn't physical as in my legs and it wasn't my brain. It was like when I was feeling underfueled, I would start to feel sick, so then I didn't want to fuel because I felt sick, so I didn't want to eat, and it was like this vicious cycle. And then, you know, we were going into the night on Sunday, no one was really open, so then we were just relying on like salt and vinegar crisps and like chocolate bars. So we really should have like thought about that and maybe like got some bread or sandwiches, or you know, just something that would have been a little bit different. So that would be like one learning curve. And if you were to do something like this, that would be like my main piece of advice. My other piece of advice is like, I managed to stay quite positive the whole 22 hours of 16 hours of riding, and I think that was because like I just accepted we were going to be riding for a long time. Like, so it didn't matter what time of day it was, because I was like, oh, we're riding for a long time, so I knew it was going to go dark again. I never had any concept of time. I really didn't have much concept of distance other than when the boys said it, or how long we had to go. So I wasn't like clock watching on my Garmin screen. I just had the maps up, so I never even had up how far we'd ridden, what time we'd done. Whereas the boys sometimes were like, oh, we're, you know, 50 miles in, or oh, we're over 100 miles, and it was like they were doing the calculations all the time, which I don't think would have worked well for me. So that's kind of how I stayed quite positive. I feel like anyone could do this. Like, so many people have commented on my Strava and Instagram like, oh my god, that's amazing, and oh, whoa, that's really impressive, Yanni. But it's not that, like, obviously it is impressive, I'm not saying it's not impressive, but I think if you've got a baseline fitness, like, anyone genuinely could do it. And I don't like being that person that's like, anyone could do it when they couldn't necessarily. But I genuinely think if you're into sports, then you would be able to do it. And, you know, for context, before this ride, I wasn't doing anything massive mileage cycling wise. Like, I was doing, what, between 50 and 100 miles a week, if that, some weeks, and because the focus has obviously been running, so you don't need to have been like practicing massive long rides. My longest ride before this was the Ironman in July 2023, which was 112 miles, and this was obviously 220, so it was a lot more. Your legs just kind of get to that stage. You're not riding hard, you're just turning them over. It's not like doing like maybe like an ultra marathon or a run or something. I feel like you can just cycle for a long time. So if anything, it's just more resilience mentally that you need. So I think most people could do it. We obviously did this ourselves as like a route, but there are lots of Audaxes that you can do, and they have like check-in stops where you have to like check in to say that you've been to the stops and things. So George, who we were riding with, he's doing a 600-kilometre Audax over the summer, I believe. I will not be joining him on that, but I wish him the best of luck. It hasn't put me off riding. It's actually probably made me feel more wanting to ride in the future. Like even today, the nice weather, I was like, oh, I want to get on my bike. It's definitely not put me off riding forever. It's not put me off long rides either. Timer. I'd like to do another long ride. I think Greg suggested getting the train to Llandudno and coming back, which would be a doddle. That's only 90 miles in comparison to what we did. We probably wouldn't push more than 220 miles in one day, because as you saw, we only had 2 hours of the day, which we didn't use. So I think anything more could probably tip you over the edge and you would need to sleep. If it has inspired you to go and do a long ride, then that is fantastic. If it's put you off a long ride forever, then I do apologise. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, I would be very grateful, and I will see you all very, very soon.